Hello, everyone. In this episode, we will explore the connection between emotional intelligence and change management. Hopefully, we can learn some techniques to leverage emotional intelligence in a way to help us as leaders manage this change. The pharmaceutical industry is always undergoing several significant changes, reflecting advancement in technology, shifts in market dynamics, and evolving regulatory landscapes. Let's discuss now the most common causes of these changes in the industry as of today. First, the adoption of new treatment modalities. According to one recent report by McKinsey, new modalities like cell therapy, gene therapy, and mRNA vaccine technologies have set a very rapid increase, growing from 11 to 21% of the drug development pipeline. This represents the fastest growth ever in the pharmaceutical sector, and this is likely to bring more fragmentation of technology, new supply chains, and unique product life cycles. Two, the impact of the COVID 19 pandemic. The pandemic has forced the pharmaceutical industry to operate differently. In person meetings shifted to virtual formats, not only within the organizations but also in the interactions with healthcare providers. And this significant change has been highlighted in another McKinsey article, by the way, emphasizing the rapid adoption and adaptation to this new way of working. Number three, the shift from reactive to disruptive approaches. The industry has evolved from a conservative outlook, being solely reactive to diseases and healthcare issues, to another approach that is adopting a more radical and disruptive approach. Add to this the drug pricing reforms and the changing market dynamics. Significant drug pricing reforms, particularly in the US, are set to impact the industry in 2023 and beyond. The Inflation Reduction Act has initiated these reforms, leading to potential changes in how the pharmaceutical organization price their products and interact with the healthcare systems. And when it comes to changing the market dynamics, the industry's market dynamics are always changing and evolving, influenced by factors like generic to brand price ratios and the trends in the brand prices. So these changes reflect the industry's response to technological advancements, global healthcare crises like the COVID-19, regulatory changes, and market pressures. And these changes or reasons underscore the need of the pharmaceutical companies to remain agile and adaptable in a rapidly evolving landscape. Regardless the reason of the change is often associated with a variety of emotional reactions due to several psychological and social factors. Understanding these factors can help in effectively managing change within organizations or even in personal life. Let's see the key reasons why change elicits these diverse emotional reactions. First, the uncertainty and fear of the unknown. Change disrupts the status quo, leading to uncertainty about the future. And this uncertainty can evoke fear, as people may worry about their ability to adapt or the potential negative consequences of the change. Two, loss of control. Change makes individuals fear that they are losing control over their environment or future. This perceived loss of control can lead to feelings of helplessness and anxiety. Three, the comfort with routine. Humans are creatures of habit and routines. Routines provide a sense of security and predictability. Change challenges these routines, which can be unsettling and lead to resistance or discomfort. Four, or maybe five, perceived threat to status or identity. Change can threaten any individual's sense of self or their status within a group. For instance, in a workplace, changes in job roles or organizational structure can lead to concerns about the job security or professional identity. Impact on personal values and beliefs is another cause why emotional reactions are elicited from change, because change sometimes can clash with personal values or beliefs, leading to emotional conflict. And this is particularly evident when the change goes against what individuals hold as important or integral to their sense of self. Another important cause is the social dynamics. Change can affect social relationships and dynamics, leading to feelings of nostalgia for the past or concern about the future social interactions, for example. For example, changes in team structures can disrupt established relationships significantly. The cognitive load is another reason. Adapting to change requires mental and emotional effort, and this cognitive load can be stressful, especially if the change is complex or requires significant adjustments. The past experiences are very important, and they may lead to different emotional reactions. So, past negative experience can lead to apprehension, while positive experiences may lead to a more welcoming attitude. Also, the differences in individuals is another important factor because people have different coping mechanisms. Some may find the change exciting and an opportunity for growth, while others may find it overwhelming and stressful. Also, there are some factors like the sense of opportunity or growth that can play an important role in this emotional reactions resulted from change. On a positive note, change can also elicit feelings of excitement and optimism, especially if it is seen as an opportunity for personal growth or improvement. So, to summarize, the emotional reactions to change are complex and they vary from one individual to another and from one organization to the other. They are influenced by a combination of psychological factors, personal experiences, and the specific nature of the change itself. It is very important to understand the emotional underpinnings of these changes. It is important for effectively manage the change and supporting individuals in your organization throughout the transitions. Now that we discussed the fact that emotional reactions result from different types of change, let's discuss the types of emotional reactions that can be delivered because of any change. First, anxiety and stress. Concerns about the unknown and the ability to adapt to change can lead to feelings of anxiety and stress, and I think we can understand this. But there is another type of reaction: resistance and anger. Feeling threatened by change can result in resistance, which may manifest itself as anger or hostility towards the change or its proponents. Sadness and nostalgia. Change can evoke a sense of loss, leading to feelings of sadness or nostalgia for the way things used to be. Excitement and optimism, as we mentioned in the previous slide, for some change represents new opportunities and challenges, leading to feelings of excitement and optimism about the future. Being overwhelmed and confused is another type of reaction. The complexity of rapid pace of change can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed or confused about what to do next. Another, I cannot say rare emotional reaction is denial. Some individuals initially may react to change by denying its necessity or impact as a way to mentally postpone dealing with it. Disappointment is another reaction. If the change doesn't meet expectations, or if individuals fear their needs are not being considered, it can lead to feelings of disappointment. Another emotional reaction is also acceptance and adaptation. Over time, many people move towards accepting the change and finding ways to adapt to the new situation. Indifference. In some cases, individuals may appear indifferent or unresponsive to change, either because they are not significantly impacted by it or they choose to disengage emotionally. Curiosity and engagement, another type of emotional reactions that can be resulted from change. And this is clear that change can spark curiosity and a desire to know and to engage more deeply with the new situation, leading to proactive learning and exploration. These emotional reactions are not mutually exclusive and can coexist or evolve over time as individuals process and adapt to change. Understanding these type of emotional responses is key to effectively managing change and supporting individuals within your team through any transitional phase, as we mentioned before. Before we discuss the role of emotional intelligence in change management, let's remind ourselves of the five main strategies of emotional intelligence and how can we implement them when we face change. First, self-awareness. Leaders should be aware of their own emotional responses to change and understand how these personal emotions can impact their decision making and interactions with others, including their teams. The second strategy is empathy. Actively practice empathy by putting oneself in the shoes of employees, understanding their perspectives and concerns about the change. Active listening is the third strategy. Encourage open dialogue, listen to feedback, and address concerns genuinely. This helps in identifying potential issues early and finding solutions collaboratively. Flexibility is another important strategy. Be adaptable in approach. If certain aspects of the change process are not working, emotionally intelligent leaders are ready to reassess and adjust their strategies. And finally, continuous learning. Embrace feedback and learn from the change process. This is not only helpful when it comes to personal growth, but also it improves future change management initiatives. The relationship between emotional intelligence and change management is profound and essential, particularly in the context of organizational development and leadership. Emotional intelligence, which involves the ability to understand, interpret, and respond to emotions in oneself and others, plays a critical role in successfully managing and implementing change within any organization. Let's see how emotional intelligence intersects with and supports effective change management. One, by understanding and managing emotions. As we mentioned earlier, change often elicits a wide range of emotions in teams, from an anxiety and resistance to excitement and anticipations. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are able to recognize this emotion and can manage their own emotions while helping others to navigate theirs. This ability to manage your own emotions and help others navigate their emotions is crucial in maintaining a good morale and engagement during periods of transition. Number two, emotional intelligence can help effective communication. This is one of the key aspects of emotional intelligence, which is the ability to communicate effectively, particularly in emotionally charged situations. In change management, Clear, empathetic communication is vital to articulate the reasons of change, address concerns, and align the team towards common objectives. Leaders with high emotional intelligence can tailor their communication to resonate with diverse team members, reducing any misunderstandings and fostering a sense of clarity and trust. Another important point is building trust. Trust is a cornerstone of successful change management. Leaders with strong emotional intelligence can build and maintain the trust post change. And this happens through consistent, transparent, and empathetic interactions. Trust is in leadership encourages openness and change and a willingness to follow through the necessary actions. Then we come to handling resistance. Resistance to change is a natural human response. Leaders with high emotional intelligence can effectively address resistance, not by dismissing concerns, but by understanding the underlying emotions and addressing them directly. And this empathetic approach can transform resistance into acceptance and even advocacy for change. Fostering a positive culture is another important strategy. Emotional intelligence contributes to creating and sustaining a positive organizational culture, which is a more conducive to environment to change. In such cultures, employees feel valued, understood, and connected to their work and colleagues, making them more open and adaptable to change. Also, emotional intelligence can help in inspiring and motivating others. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are more often able to inspire and motivate their teams effectively, especially in times of uncertainty. By understanding what drives their team members, they can align the change initiatives with these motivators, thereby fostering a sense of purpose and commitment. Also, emotional intelligence can help to resolve conflicts. Conflict resolution is another important area. Change can lead to conflicts, whether due to different viewpoints, insecurities, or stress. And emotional intelligence equips leaders with the skills to navigate and resolve conflicts in a way that respects all parties involved and finds a constructive path forward. Also, emotional intelligence helps you and your team to be adaptable and to continue learning. It involves self awareness and self regulations, which are crucial for leaders to adapt their strategies as needed during the change process. It also fosters a learning mindset where feedback is valued and used to improve ongoing future change initiatives. So, to summarize, emotional intelligence is an integral part in the effective change management. It enables leaders to guide their organizations through change with empathy, clear communication, and deep understanding of the human side of transitions. And by leveraging emotional intelligence, leaders can not only implement a change more effectively, but also they can enhance the overall resilience and adaptability of the organization. Leaders with high emotional intelligence have a significant impact in the workplace in general, especially in how they lead their teams. These leaders are generally good at communicating. They know how to deliver their messages in a way that connects with their team, understanding the mood and needs of their team members. When it comes to making decisions, they don't just think about the facts, they also consider how their choices will impact people's feelings. This makes them fair and caring in their leadership. When there is a disagreement or conflict, these type of leaders are great in handling it. They listen to different sides, understand where everyone is coming from, and help to find a solution that works for everyone. This ability to lead and deal with conflicts helps people build trust and respect in the team. Everyone feels comfortable and valued knowing their leader is understanding and fair. Moreover, these leaders are really inspiring. They get what motivates each person in their team and use that to encourage and support them. This creates a strong sense of belonging and purpose within the team. Everyone feels important and driven to do their best, making the whole team more successful. Sometimes changes are very difficult, very long and strong. So when a leader themselves is feeling frustrated about a change or its duration, it can indeed be a challenging situation, and it will not help to effectively support and emphasize the team. So how can we turn around this? Managing personal emotions while leading others through change is a crucial aspect of effective leadership. So we have to separate personal emotions while we lead others through the change as leaders. And here are some strategies that we can employ: self reflection and acknowledgement. The first step is for the leader to acknowledge their own feelings of frustration. Understanding the root causes of these emotions through self reflection can help in addressing them effectively. Seeking support. Leaders don't have to navigate their frustrations alone. Seeking support from peers, mentors, or coaches can provide a different perspective, advice, and emotional support. Leaders can be helped also by practicing self regulation. Self regulation techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking a break can help in managing personal emotions. And this self regulation ensures that personal frustrations do not negatively impact the interactions with the team. Also, the fact that it is important to separate personal emotions from personal responsibilities, from professional responsibilities. While it's important to acknowledge personal feelings, leaders should also strive to separate these feelings from their professional duties. This means not letting personal frustrations cloud judgment or interactions within team members. Open communication is another helpful strategy that we can employ. If appropriate, sharing some level of personal feeling about the change with the team can be beneficial. And this transparency can humanize the leader, making them more relatable. However, it's important to balance this with maintaining a professional attitude and not overburdening the team with personal issues. Focusing on the bigger picture helps. Reminding oneself of the broader goals and the potential positive outcomes of the change can help in mitigating frustration. And this shift in focus can also be communicated to the team to keep morale high. Empowering your team or encouraging them to take an active role in the change process can alleviate some of the leader's stress. Delegating responsibilities not only to ease the leader burden, but also it will help the team members to feel more engaged and in control. Sometimes maintaining a routine helps. By sticking to a regular routine, this can provide a sense of stability as contrary to the change, and this can particularly be grounding when dealing with personal frustration. Also, leaders need to stay flexible and open for learnings. Viewing the change as a learning opportunity can transform frustration into a growth experience. Being open to new ideas and approaches can also lead to finding better ways to manage the change. Another strategy is the model resilience. Demonstrating how to constructively handle frustration and change can be powerful lesson for the team. Leaders who show resilience can inspire their team to adopt a similar attitude. By employing these strategies, leaders can better manage their own emotions while effectively guiding their teams through change. It is important to remember that leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about navigating challenges in a resilient way.